Okay. So thank you for hopping on tonight, you guys. I just wanted to do a quick training, like kind of the basics, because I know that we have the new distributor training page and all of that. But I kind of just wanted to touch on a few basics of, like, being new and things like that, and some things that aren't covered in the training page. Just things that I feel like will be helpful for you guys, things that I wish I would have known when I was new. And just a few of those things, like if you guys haven't looked at your training page yet, if you looked at it a long time ago and you don't even remember what I'm talking about, maybe go back, look at it. If you still don't know what you're looking for, message myself or Jen or your enroller and ask them what this training page is all about. It's just like the basics and kind of like, simple steps to get things started. But a few of the things like I really want to touch on is, how you're going to start getting people interested, like how you're going to start signing people. And the biggest thing is posting, which I know the people that I'm like, enrolled and stuff, I'm talking to you guys about posting consistently twice a day, every single day about your business, and also sprinkling in some things about like not at work. Like you still want to be a normal person, like you still want to be you. You don't want people to think that you're some sort of It Works robot now because you started being a distributor. So the one thing about the posting that's really important, you guys, is like I don't post closer than every 2 hours or 3 hours together. You don't want to be putting up something every hour. You don't want to be posting something like back to back, even if it's not It Works related and It Works related. Like you don't want to post too close together. And a lot of you guys, like sometimes I'll see that, like you'll go and like share a bunch of things back to back to back, or you'll post something an hour later, you'll post something 30 minutes later. And you don't want to do that. You want to try to wait every 2 to 3 hours before making a post about anything. Just because the way Facebook works is when you post too close together, it has like your posts competing against one another to show up in people's news feeds. So like when you post spaced out more, then more people are going to be likely to see more of your posts. So I hope that makes sense. So like I said, I try to post no sooner than every 2 hours. Like maybe once in a blue moon, if I'm like feeling crazy, I might do like an hour, like here or there, like just like for a random kind of thing. But I very rarely do that. So because not everyone's going to see your post, you guys. So remember that, like when you think like, oh, like I'm posting too much, or like even if I'm posting a bunch, like that's helping me, it's actually not. And in reality, like I don't even know the number, but a very small percentage of people actually see your post. And I'm going to talk about something else that's going to relate to that in just a second. So that's just the big thing about the posting, not posting too close together. And like, I said, you don't want to just post about It Works all the time. You want to add in normal stuff. You want to add in like quotes, like, like ask questions, like what's everybody having for dinner tonight? Like, just things that normal people would post, pictures of you, pictures of your kids, pictures of you and your dog, just normal stuff. Like you still want to be you. You still want to be like the same person you were on Facebook before you started It Works. Now you're just sharing about these products. So one of the things too is like having a plan. Like you guys are mostly newer, and like have a plan. Like why did you join this business? Like what made you want to start doing this? And then think about, so like think about that, write that down, and then think about what you want to do like to accomplish that. Like do you want to work hard? Like do you want to work as hard as you can to achieve that? Are you going to spend like every minute you can, growing your business? I'm not saying you have to be sitting there working nonstop, but like just paying attention, like looking at the team page, looking at like my page, Jen's page, your enroller's page, see the kinds of things that they're posting. Like you always want to be learning stuff. But just having a plan is really important. Where you want to go in this business. Do you want to make an extra $200 a month? Did you join because you want to earn the free product? Do you want to make an extra $5,000 a month? What would that kind of money do for you? Know that, like know why you want to do this. Why do you want to be successful? That's going to help push you. That's going to help drive you every single day to work harder. And then like one of the things, that I didn't do this in the beginning. I probably didn't even start doing it until like maybe a year, year and a half ago, is making out a daily list for my business. Like what things that I want to do every single day. Because you guys, this business is simple. It's easy to do. But the big thing is having discipline and also being consistent. You can't talk about this once a week and expect to be super successful. You can't, post about it every other day and expect to have people messaging you all the time and asking questions. You know what I mean? Like this is every single day. Like the same way that you would show up to a job at Target, you should be showing up to your business doing this. The only difference is you're your boss. So you get to determine when you show up to work and how often you work your shift. And this business, though, you can do that in an hour a day. You can be very successful at this business in an hour a day. And I'm not meaning you have to sit on your phone for an hour straight. You can do 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 15 minutes here, whenever you can do it. If you work better early morning, if you work better at 2 a.m., whatever you want to do. But you have to tell yourself, if you really want to be successful, if you want to be someone who, reaches their goals, if you want to make that $2,000 a month or more, you need to tell yourself every single day, I'm going to show up to work today. Because that's what's really going to help you. When you're posting on Facebook, I always use this analogy. When you're driving to work and you keep, you drive the same way every single day and you start seeing this like billboard for McDonald's and they have like a new milkshake. And at first you're not paying attention to it. Like you're driving. Well, then it kind of catches your eye, whatever. You just keep driving. But every day you see it. And eventually, you're like, wow, that sounds really good. But, whatever. But eventually you're going to be like, okay, I want to stop. I need to get that. I want to try that. And you add that to, your route one day. I feel like that's the same way with us in our business. Like Facebook, if you're working Facebook or even Instagram, that's your billboard. So you have to think when people get on Facebook every day, you want them to drive past your billboard every single day. So the more that they see it, the more they see your excitement, the more they see the things that you're talking about, the more that they're going to become interested. So that's why it's so important that every single day you're excited and you're sharing this. I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, you guys, and I still have people that have been watching me this whole time that are just now messaging me. Today, the lady who we were using as a real estate agent called me to talk about some stuff, and she asked me about our defining gel. And she was like, yeah, I see the stuff you post all the time. And I was like, she never likes or comments on any of my It Works posts. And I mean, I've known this lady for a really long time, like before I started my business, but she's watching. So just remember that. And one of the things too is don't be discouraged because people aren't liking and commenting on your post. Because 90% of my customers and distributors never liked a single thing or commented on anything, but they secretly watched. So you have to remember that. Like when you're posting, you're like, gosh, nobody's like saying anything. No one's messaging me. No one's commenting or liking it. Like no one cares. That's 100% not true. They do care, but they're watching you. They don't want you to know that they're watching. Or maybe they don't want other people to know that they're interested. I'm like seeing Jen's, like, if you guys can't see it, her phone, like I feel like she was just caught in a tornado. So like, but I forgot what I was saying. Oh, but they are watching you. They are watching. So just remember that. Like, don't let that get you down. Let's see. So back to my list. So you're going to be posting every day, twice a day, every single day. About It Works. The rest you're going to be posting still about like whatever you want to. Something really important is you want to be adding to your network every single day. Like you want to be adding new Facebook friends every single day. So if you're not doing that, like, and I know some of you are like super, super new, adding new Facebook friends, like go to someone that you're friends with who's not It Works distributor, go to their friends and add friends. Go to someone you used to go to high school with and go add friends from there. You know what I mean? Like I always feel like I go to someone's page that I went to school with and I'm like looking at their friends. I'm like, oh dang, like I didn't even know this person was on Facebook. But I try to add at least like 15 new friends a day. So it's something really important to continue growing your network. And I believe that's one of the reasons that I continue to have people interested as I do, because I'm growing my network every single day. I'm adding new people. And we can like talk more like I don't know, in depth about that at a different time on like, you know, if you guys have more questions about like how I add people and things like that. But I think like for you guys who are newer, a good place to start would be going to you know, people you went to school with, maybe people you used to work with, that way, and adding new friends to your network. But it's really important. I'm not telling you you have to go add complete strangers. Like, you know, you go to someone's page and you're like, I don't even know this person, look kind of creepy. Don't add them. Like, I don't add guys, like, unless I went to school with them. I just add girls and I know them, I worked with them, or if we have like 15 or more mutual friends, I'll usually add them because I'm like, well, I probably know them at some way. But that's something that's really helped me. Another thing that I do every day is I'm interacting. Facebook wants you to be friends with people. They want, like, and it's weird because Facebook, like, you know, they kind of like, I don't want to say control, but they kind of do, like, your exposure, like your post. And if you're being a friend, like, to people you're liking and commenting on the post, they're going to show your post more to people's news feeds. So the more you're liking and commenting on people's stuff, the more they're going to start to see your posts. So that's something, like, every day I'm trying to go and even if I'm scrolling my news feed, I'm liking and commenting on people's stuff. I'll sometimes go to my friends list, you know, pick a letter and just go through and look at some of the people on there. And you might be like, dang, I forgot I was friends with that person. Go to their page, like, comment on something, even if it's just like, oh my gosh, your family's so cute. Your kids are so cute. Your dog is so cute. Oh my gosh, where did you get that shirt? You know, a heart emoji, a smiley face emoji, whatever it is. Like, those kind of things, like, the more you interact with people, the better, the more it's going to help your business. Like, you cannot be posting every day and, like, literally putting up a post and then getting off Facebook and putting your phone down and that's all you do. You can't do that. Like, you have to be a friend. You have to, you know, interact with people. So that's something really important. And there's some really good things, like, we can bump them up in team page that I feel like can really go in depth with these a little more and maybe, like, explain them more, but I don't want to take, like, your guys' whole night. So I'm kind of just giving you guys, like, an overview. And if you guys have more questions, you can certainly ask. I go every day and I tell people happy birthday. Like, you know, like how you can see the birthdays every single day. Well, I used to post on people's wall and tell them happy birthday, like we all do. Well, now I send people a message telling them happy birthday. You know, like, I go to my events, I can see the birthdays, and I shoot a message, happy birthday. And they say, thank you. And I'm like, you're welcome. I hope you have a great day. And by doing that, it's also like starting a conversation. And even if they don't really know me, they're probably going to go to my page. But the way Facebook works is when you do that, it's going to start showing them your posts more. And I'm not kidding you guys. Like, I have done it so many times, and all of a sudden, those people are asking me questions about my products because they start seeing my stuff. So that's just something. And these are things that you guys are probably doing anyways. Like, you're probably already on Facebook. You're probably telling people happy birthday. Like, these are just ways that you can be intentional with your time and how it's really going to help your business grow. The other thing, I'm trying to think, you know, just messaging people, like being a friend. Like, if you haven't talked to someone in a long time, just, you don't have to message them about it at work. Just be like, hey girl, like, how's it going? I haven't talked to you in a long time. Like, oh my gosh, like, your kids are so cute. You know, how are you guys doing? Start out by making little conversation. Because that's going to help too. And then they're probably going to be like, hey, what's this thing you're talking about on your Facebook? I feel like for some reason I'm like forgetting things. Okay, no, that's pretty much all those things. So, like, just messaging people. Like, one of the things too is following up. Like, if you have people that are asking you questions about your products, asking you questions about your business, write their names down. Like, write their names down. This is not something I did in the beginning, and I totally wish I would. But just write their names down. Write down the product that they were interested in and, like, what they said. Like, if they told you, like, yeah, I'm interested, but I've got to wait till my payday, say, okay, no problem. What day do you get paid? I'm going to mark you down in my planner and save your spot, kind of thing. You know, ask them those questions. If they say, oh, I want to do it, but I'm going to think about it. Okay, no worries. I'm going to check back with you in a few days. So, yeah, like Becky said, you know, you want to make it about them too. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to help you. I know you're going to love it, kind of thing. But, like, the following up is really important, and, like, just checking back with them. And if you guys need help with what to say to people, like, we don't mind helping, and I certainly don't mind helping. I'll tell you exactly what to say. I'm trying to think of some other things that, so, like, keeping track of the people, because a lot of people, you know, they're not going to sign up right away. Some people will, but some people, they're going to need to, like, talk to you a little bit more. They're going to need to see some more of your posts. So just remember that. Like, that's just why the posting and things and being excited are really important. Let's see. Does anybody like have any questions about anything that they've been doing so far, or something you don't understand? Like if you do, you can unmute yourself. But you guys, like if I can do this, like anybody can do this. Like I know it seems like, wow, I'm so lucky. Wow, like she's so awesome. But I started out just like you guys did, brand new. I literally had no clue what I was doing. You know, we were struggling at that time to pay our bills. You know, it was a really, really, really rough time. So I can relate to everybody. Like, but the thing was I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna try. Like, I'm gonna give this 100%. Because what if this does work for me? Like, what if I try as hard as I can and do what the successful people to do that are in this business are telling me to do? What if that works and, you know, I can make an extra $300? Like, that was my goal, $300. That was all I thought about. Like, if I can do that, that'll be amazing. Like, to me, that was like $1,000 at that time. And it just, everything like snowballed, you guys. But I did the same things that I share with you guys. Like when I'm telling you guys to post, when I'm telling you guys to follow up, when I'm telling you guys to do these things, it's because that's what I did to be successful. And that's all you have to do. That's the beauty of this business. Like, you get to have people telling you what you get to do, like what to do for your business. Like, you don't have to learn, you know, what works and what doesn't work. We tell you, you just have to apply it. Jen, I don't know if you're still on here and if you wanted to add anything, or if you guys had like a question about anything. Like if you do, you can unmute yourself and ask a question. It's really okay, and I don't bite, and there's like no stupid questions. I feel like I probably forgot a lot of things because I can hear my kids in the other room like being bad, and I'm gonna like blow their minds when I go in there. One of the things like I had touched on a little bit is just being you. Like if I say something or I send you guys a post or you see us saying like sharing a message and it's like, hey girl, like blah 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 blah, and you're like, okay, I would never say that. Like I would never say hey girl. Change it up to what you would say. Like sometimes like I'll see stuff and someone will be like, hey y'all. Like I don't say y'all. So if I like posted that or if I message people that, they would be like, what is this? Like that's like, this is a spam. You know what I mean? So just remember to like talk like you would talk. Still be you, because people are gonna be comfortable, more comfortable with you. Like something that people always tell me is like, oh, like I feel like so many people do this or so many of my friends do this. Like all of my friends are probably already customers. That is not true. Like I have people that can join and they'll sign someone that I'm friends with too. And I'm like, what the heck did this person say in 2 weeks that I didn't say in 5 years? But it's all about who the people are more comfortable with. Like you might be closer to someone than, you know, another distributors or whatever. So just don't like let that stop you, but just be yourself, be excited. And those are the, you know, really just do everything you can to learn. Like I said, you don't have to spend 8 hours a day on your phone doing this. Like you can spend an hour. If you want to get crazy and spend 2 hours doing it, do that. Like 2 hours I feel like is like a 12-hour shift in like a real world job. Because you can get so much done in such a short amount of time if you are smart about it. And if you guys, any of you guys want to, like I said, I can share more in depth with you on the things that I said I do daily, but I really wanted to give you guys just like a peek of some things that you can be doing. Like I have a planner, like get a calendar. It doesn't even have to be anything fancy. Like I had a Walmart planner last year, or get like a regular wall calendar. Like write down, like when you talk to somebody, write down the day you talk to them. Write down the products that they wanted to use. What did they say last? Like if they say, yeah, I want to try this, don't say, okay, let me know when you're ready. You'd be like, okay, like awesome, I'm ready to help you. Or if, like I said, if they say they got to wait till payday, say, okay, when's payday? I'm going to put it down on my planner. I'm going to save you a spot. Like things like that are going to help you. But also you're new. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Like we are here for that purpose. Like we want you guys to ask questions. Like it actually like does something for me. Like whenever you guys ask questions. Like it really does. Like if you guys aren't asking questions, I feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So ask questions. Jen, I feel like you're kind of like around. I wish Jen Stevens would be around to answer a question. Okay. So do you guys have any questions or anything? You can unmute yourself. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Okay, because I wouldn't ask a question if someone asked me that. I know how it is. Okay, does anybody like have anything they want to add? Any like little tips or that's something that you do that really works well? Okay, no,
I just
not
remember
a
like
chatty
I just
one.
went out and asked like anybody.
Yeah, well, yeah. So Mandy, maybe you
Like
should
not
just
anybody, but like I just went to every single person that I knew and like family. I know that I'm like in the dark, but
you're like a floating
I'm not
head.
muted. I'm sorry.
I know. I laid my son down. He's asleep, so I didn't want to move.
Yeah, well, and like when you said you went to every single person you knew, like what did you do? Like what did you tell them? Because you signed
Like
up so
family,
many people like so fast.
like I went to every single family person and like told them like what I thought they would like. I showed them like the catalog, and then like at work, like I went to every single person. Like if they would complain about something, I would, especially greens. Like I greens everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, because you like signed up customers like left and right. So cool. Yeah, you talk to everybody. Hey, Jen, do you have anything you want to share really quick? Because I keep on asking, and you're like, every time I feel like I see your arm, you're like somehow like run away.
I'm doing about 18 million things right now. I'm so
I
sorry.
figured.
No,
No, I just want to see if
think
you want to share anything.
I think you pretty much covered everything. I think the most important word for you guys to remember is just discipline and consistency. And you already said that, but that really is like the secret sauce. So just be excited. We're excited for you, and just be sharing that excitement with everyone you possibly can.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Well, and remember, my one last thing I was going to say is just remember, like, this isn't a race. There isn't like a deadline. It took me like a whole month to sign my first customer, and it was my sister, and I like made her sign up. So, and look at, I've become successful. So don't beat yourself up because you've been in this business 3 days or 1 week and you haven't signed up a customer yet. Like, you're okay. Yeah, Jessica. Huh?
I'm freaking out.
Don't freak out. It'll be okay. Like, trust me. It took Cammie Dempsey, who is the CEO's daughter and our first Black Diamond in the company, and Black Diamonds make $100,000 a month. It took her 6 months to sign her first person. So if she can do that, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as you're trying and you don't give up, like, you're going to be successful. Like, that's inevitable. But you just have to remember, like, you're new. Like, you literally started, this week? Like, and you've had so many people already interested. Like, getting people interested, I feel like, is the hardest part. Like, if you have people asking questions, like, they're right there. Like, it's just a matter of when it's their time, like, when they're going to be ready to purchase or sign up or whatever. Like, they're just watching you. Like, they're feeling you out. Like, they're thinking, okay, Jessica just started posting about this. Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, most people haven't even seen it yet because you're so new. So that's just why, like, over time, like, you're going to notice, like, people are going to be jumping in. But you can't, like, let that get you down. Like I said, it took me a month to sign my first person. It was my sister, and I made her sign up.
I'm about to make my sister sign up.
Hey, a customer is a customer, people.
She makes plenty of money. She can do it.
Yeah, a customer is a
My
customer.
mom was my first customer.
Yeah, so just don't let that kind of stuff like get to you. But like getting on to stuff like this, like learning everything you can, like learning, you know what I mean? Like taking in every possible thing you can. Go on Freedom Wrappers, the team page, and just scroll through there sometimes. Like you're gonna learn stuff there. Like you're gonna see stuff that people are doing, and you're gonna kind of get comfortable. You're gonna find what works for you. You know, what kind of posts seem to work for you? Like what kind of questions and stuff get you the most like reaction. So just know that it's all going to be good. Like, you're just new. Yeah, Becky.
Yeah. One thing I was going to say too is that I didn't realize, I feel like we are on Facebook a lot. I mean, just in general. And I was even before I did this, but not everybody is. So even though you feel like you're posting all the time and you feel like you're talking till you're blue in the face, you kind of got to remember that not everybody and most of your friends are not seeing most of those posts. So I had a work friend that had said something to me last year, and I had mentioned the greens, and she acted like she had never heard of it. And I said, oh, I talk about it all the time, and I talk about it on Facebook. And she's like, oh, I'm just not on there that much. And I would have thought, man, I talk till I am literally blue in the face about the greens. I don't know how she could not possibly have known about this. But not that many people are on there all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just something I wouldn't have thought about because I felt like I was constantly posting about it. But a lot of people just aren't on there all the time to see all those posts.
Yeah. And Jessica, I'll like help you. Like I'll work with you on like some stuff we can do to kind of like, you know, work interacting with people more and stuff to kind of get other people seeing your stuff. But you're gonna be fine. You're already doing so good.
I'm trying to get my friend Heather on board.
Yeah.
She wanted to try to shake.
Yeah, and she will. Like you're just like something that I do. My kids are like lurking. Something that you do, I do like if I have someone interested in a certain product, like I'll post about that. Like kind of post about it for the next couple of days. If she's interested in the shake, then that's what we're going to talk about is the shake. Because it's going to be a matter of time before she sees a post and she's like, okay, I got to get that. You know what I mean? So my kids are now out here. I feel like that was everything like I wanted to share, like really just kind of the basics of helping you guys like really get in there and get sharing stuff with people and talking to people. But I'll hop off of here because I know it went a little longer than expected. My kids are now officially out here, half clothed, so we better wrap this thing up. So if you guys have questions, message me. I'll be happy to answer them. And thank you guys for hopping on. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.